Hi, this is Chantal from ThePurringCatStudio and welcome back to my channel. Today I want to make faux stamps. Now, I'm not the first one to make faux stamps. You've probably maybe even made yours and seen other crafters do them, but I thought maybe you'd like to see how I do them. Also, it all started with me falling in love with this beauty right here. And this came in a pack of ephemera I had purchased, and each ephemera was there, like they had two of each of the ephemera. And I used one of these in my altered book journal, and it's so beautiful. But then, that's the only one I have left. I don't want to use it. I really don't. Oh, it's so pretty. So, I made my own. And I think I did pretty good. So here's a quick example of one I made. Hold on. Do you see it well? And I really like it. And I can make so many. So if you want to see how I make them, and also I am well aware that not everyone has the postage, like, you know, this circle right there. This is like the postage mark when the mail goes through. And up to, like, I don't know, a week ago, I didn't have it either. And I don't have the big one. I couldn't find the bigger ones. The ones I have are very, very tiny. So I'm going to work with that nonetheless. If anyone sees the bigger ones and you can tell me where to purchase them, you can comment, please. But that being said, I know not everyone has the same things to craft. So my idea is I have a few ways to go around that if you don't, and hopefully you'll still try and make faux stamps. Of course, I will put the link to the ones that I did find so that if you want to purchase them for yourself, you can. And you know, whenever it is possible, not always, sometimes you do need the things that I have, but most of the time so far there's always a way to get around things and still have beautiful results. We can't buy everything we want to, but we can't. So if you want to see how I do it and you're interested in seeing the process and joining me for a nice little chit chat and craft, why don't we meet after the intro? Okay, so as I've mentioned in the intro, I want to show you my process for making faux stamps. The reason I have this here is because the image, well, actually, yes, this one came from the book, and this picture as well. Let me see, this one as well. And like I said, it all started by the fact that I fell completely in love with this. So I took images from this book. I can link it. And I will also link these stamps. These are not the one I originally wanted to purchase. But the one I wanted to purchase were, yes, bigger. And I think they would have worked a lot better for certain things, but I was not ready to pay more for the shipping than the stamps themselves. And then by the time I kind of said, oh, maybe I just should because I can't find postage stamps anywhere. When I came back, they weren't available anymore. But thank goodness I found these ones, so that's good. And I will link them. And it's also fun because, I don't know if you see here, it says carte postale, which this is on a lot of our postal cards, no, postcards that we all do as ephemera. And there's like ink bottle and the fountain pen and of course the Eiffel Tower. So it's kind of nice that you have other stuff with it, but I was really just looking for this, and I wanted a bigger one than these. But you know what? It's fine. It works, and so far I'm having a lot of fun. So I will link it. Okay, how about we start? So I will start with the easiest because there's really nothing to this one. Hold on. So while I'm cutting, I want to say thank you all, because once I've reached my 1,000 subscribers, you have left me such beautiful comments. I cannot tell you how touched I was. Because as I mentioned before, and I'm sure you know, any one of you who know how YouTube works, before you can make a living out of this, you have to have like many thousands of subscribers and a lot of watch time, and probably have a little business on the side and so on, right? So let's just say that I'm not even close to that in any way. Let me see. I had cut the edge of this earlier. Oops, sorry for the camera. Okay. I'll use this, I think. But I will ink the edges for some reason. I think it's too light on light. Or, let me just see something. I usually wouldn't do it. Oh, yeah. You know what? It's going to be a huge postage stamp. Why not? We're just having fun here. Okay. What was I saying? Where's my piece of paper? Scrap paper to, oh, there it is. So yes, as I was saying, it takes like a lot before you can get any kind of revenue. I don't even know if I'll see the day that happens. But, and of course I would love it because, you know, eventually. I don't want to be like, oh my God, it's never going to happen. I'm just saying I'm realistic, and I know it might take, you know, a lot of time. But the reason I'm saying all this is because I have gotten the most beautiful messages that right now, that's all the payment I need. I mean, oh my goodness, some of you brought tears to my eyes, literally. And I just want to say thank you, because having people tell me that I make them happy, I mean, think about it. I make them happy. Do you know how precious that is? I have no words. Maybe I'm too emotional. I don't know, but I don't care. It brought beautiful emotions in me, and I'm grateful for all your kind words. You've told me that I'm teaching you things and you're learning with me. And of course that was the goal, right, when I started. But I honestly didn't know if there was a place for me in this crafting world, because as I've mentioned before, there are so many beautiful crafters that have been doing this for many years, and they are amazing. I am learning from them as well. We're all learning from one another, I feel. And I just wasn't sure, was there a place for me? Do I have anything to bring, you know? And it seems by your answers and the fact that you're subscribing to my channel that there is a place for me. So, and that's what the messages were saying. And I have to say, you have touched my heart. Like, seriously, I know, like, sometimes, you know, thank you doesn't seem like a lot, but it's from the bottom of my heart, really. Okay, so as you can see, it looks a lot better now that I've put some sort of a border. I have these scissors, and like I said when I showed earlier, I do have the stamps, but I'll show you how we can go about without it in a second, or in a few minutes. Oops, these scissors are not the best, but they do the trick. There we go. Also, because like I said, the day I'll be monetized is very far, I am afraid. But you know what helps? It helps when you click the like button, when you, oh, I went crooked. It, oh, goodness, why? Okay, well, that's the way it is. It helps when you share. If you have crafty friends you think would appreciate this these videos, please share. And it helps tremendously when you comment. So the comments and the clicks really helps YouTubers, because it tells YouTube that my content is relevant, my channel needs to stay alive and active and be shown to others. So if you don't mind, a share, a like, or a comment is really quick to do, and in return it gives me the opportunity and the chance to keep going and to keep doing these, because as I see my traffic getting higher and higher, it'll show me that my channel is relevant to YouTube, you know. So I'm gonna use this. I'm stuck on the espresso. I do love it. You know what? Let me think. How about, it's not gonna change that much, but just for fun, the dark blue here. It's called Nautical Blue. I like it. It's very pretty. Perfect. I like it. Okay. Then we're gonna do the little wavy lines. Yeah, these are really nice, but they're small stamp. I wish I could have found a bigger set of these stamps for postage. And I know a lot of people love the clear stamps. I'm gonna be honest with you. I am falling in love more and more with the old school wooden stamps. Listen, I know that these are useful because you can see through and you can see where you're stamping, but there's just something about the wooden stamps that I'm falling in love, and I'm buying more of them. I'm letting go of the clear ones. I don't know. I know they have their purpose, and look at me. As I'm saying it, I'm actually using the fact that it's clear to see where I'm going. So I'm not saying they don't have their place. I'm just saying I think I'm in love with wooden stamps, and I want to purchase more and more. I have this big one that well, big. It's my biggest one. This one, I am in love with it. They're quite expensive, but I just love it. So, okay. And here we are. Now, as you might have noticed, many of them have a number. Like, I guess it's the price of the stamp. I don't have numbers. I don't have stamps with numbers. That's, you know, we don't all have everything, and I certainly don't have everything. I have these that I've purchased recently. They're letters that you put together to make a word, and you can stamp with that. Lovely. And they look like typewriting letters, but I don't have numbers. So, since I don't have numbers, I have all these fussy cut things that I spend hours fussy cutting, and I'm just gonna use one of these numbers that look like it could look, oh, there we go, perfect. I will just cut the outer. I just want the number. I don't want the frame, because they usually don't have a frame around the number. I don't think so anyways. I don't remember where I was, but anyways, if you could like and sometimes just say a little hi. I love getting your feedback and your hello, and but if you don't have time to comment, which I understand, just click on the like button and on the bell so that the YouTube can tell you Chantal has a new video. The Purring Cat Studio strikes again. If you want to go see it, ding ding ding. That helps me a lot. So I know I sound like negative. Actually, most of you said, "Oh, we love your positivity," and I am positive, but I'm also, how do you say? I don't know how to say it. I don't know how to say it. Oh mon Dieu, c'est quoi le mot? What's the word? Realistic? Yes, realistic. That it takes time to build a community and you know, maybe start earning from the videos, and I'm okay with that. My goal actually was not to make money. Let me rephrase that. My goal when I started this was not to make money. That's true. I needed to craft, and I wanted to craft for others. I didn't want to just be alone. But I also started an Etsy shop where I started selling my journals. I did very well. I sold journals and greeting cards, but I had to stop this summer. I was running out of time. But I will reopen it eventually. I want to show you this one I made. So it's always the same principle. See? Like so. This one I made with a vellum paper. So that's why it's a little curly right now. But you know what? One night under a book, it'll be straight. Plus, this will probably get glued in a journal or something. Or it will be like, this would be a beautiful journaling card, right? When they're that big. Or you can still glue it in the middle of a journal page. I mean, look at it. Isn't it just beautiful? And it was so easy. And this one, like I said, I also put the brown paper underneath because they're vellum. Look at that. They're all beautiful. They're quite small. That's the only drawback. But I use them for all sorts of things, so I really don't mind. Okay, now let's make another one. I had already glued this and this on the beige paper. So let's grab another piece of white paper, like so. I will glue it just right about here. Like so, to give myself enough space to cut. Plus, if I make like a mistake, I can always fix it if I have enough space, right? So let's cut. Oops, why are they jammed? Okay. But these scissors I do recommend. They don't cost a lot. And I use them sometimes a lot actually in my journals. I don't like straight edges. And I love to do so that my page edges have different textures, right? So yeah, I really like it. How about we try this small one, and then I want to try this one and this. I'll put 3 on this one. Why not? Yeah. Oops, this way. You're a little far. I apologize. I never thought of putting you closer. There we go. How about this time we go for olive green? I'm going to put the olive green right here. I do it on purpose. See? I do it on purpose so it's not completely perfect sometimes, because that's how they end up a lot, I find. When you look at a postage stamp on the mail, like where's the original one? The one I fell in love with, the whole reason we're doing this today. See? I like it. So that's what I did here. This one says by airmail, plane. Yeah. Par avion. Goodness, I don't know how to say it in English. Hello. I'm going to choose blue for this one. And I'm going to stamp it like there. Perfect. And the red one, it's a really nice little kit, as you can see. I really, really like it. Oops. See, I think that's why I'm falling in love more and more for the wooden stamps. I find that these eventually don't stick anymore. I'm sure it's because they're dirty, but these are pretty new. I haven't used them that many times for them to be already dirty to the point where they're not, you know. I don't know where to put this. Usually I would have put it in the circle. Oh, well, there. Still looks perfectly there. Now, isn't that the most pretty little stamp. And there you go. That's how you make stamps. I really love them. I just can't stop making them now because I've made many. I just can't stop. Look at them. It's so pretty. I want to make more. I want to make more. And I will make more. I would like to show you though how to make the ones without, when you don't have the stamp. So you know what? I will do one more, okay? Because I showed you like this, but I want to show you, okay? So let's say, okay, I'm going to take a piece of this. I'm going to take this beautiful bird. I have many others, so I don't know what I'm saving it for. How about, okay, I'm going to glue this beautiful bird first. There we go. Like so. Perfect. Beautiful. Just a tiny bit too much here. Okay. Now I'm going to take a piece of white paper. But now remember, we are saying that, oh, I don't have the scissors she's got. Okay, let's take the tearing ruler. I'm gonna start by, so just for you, I don't know, you probably are used to tearing rulers, but I'm still gonna assume that you don't know, okay? It's easier to tear holding a bigger part than, let's say I want to tear this. This is going to be harder than tearing this whole section. So if I want to tear a tiny bit off of this, I'm going to put the smaller part here, and I'm going to press really hard and go towards me like at a 45-degree angle. And sometimes it still will slide from underneath. That just happens, you know? Yeah, see, and this one's not even straight. I think this paper underneath was not helping either. So let's do this again, okay? There. Okay, so that's going to be perfect right here. Yep, okay. So I'm going to tear this part. Yes. I'm eyeballing it because, so right about here would be okay. Ooh, yes, perfect. And right about here. Okay, there we go. So now I'm going to glue. I'm going to glue into the paper like so. So the tear ruler does not make the exact same edges as a postage stamp, obviously, but it's pretty close. I don't see anything wrong with it. So let's say you don't have the scissors I have, but you have the postage stamp. Well, then you'd be pretty much there, because then you would put your stamps in and you'd be done. But let's say you don't have those either, right? Like I said earlier. So we're going to go about it another way. So we're going to make, oh, I hope this is, oh, good thing I checked. Look at all the ink that was left. There, okay. Perfect. There we go. And now for the red lines, the squiggly lines. Oops, that's the big side. Okay. Now I will concentrate because I want this to be nice, not like earlier when I didn't do it right. So let's hope I can do this. These are a little too wavy. But it's okay. Like so. Oops, like so. And then I would also put a number. Now I don't have the stamps numbers, so maybe you can also find numbers to just print. I like the 42 right there. So I would do exactly like that, like I've been doing for the other ones. Like so. And okay, I don't know if the glue's coming out of this. Yeah, okay. Perfect. Whoops. Right side up. And you could also add, like I said, some fake writing here, let's say, just like Roman numbers or something like that. And maybe 1910. You know, just like random letters. I can pretend I'm writing London in there. Why not? There. I think that looks pretty good for not having the stamp. The stamp. And you have yourself a stamp. There you go. So, you know, it's, of course, I'd rather use my own stamps. It's a lot easier. But you can't say that this is not pretty. And I didn't have the scissors and I didn't have the stamp. I just created it myself and I don't have the numbers. So I hope you liked this tutorial. I hope it also makes you think differently. Sometimes we're just stuck on the things we don't have. Believe me, it happened to me a lot where I said, oh, I wish I had this. Oh, I wish I had that. And of course, in a perfect world, we would have everything we need to craft. Hello, of course. But you know what? When we don't, there's always a way to try and go around it. So, you know what? In this whole nice bunch of faux stamps, I think the one I just did looks fabulous. I mean, the squiggly line could be a little less squiggly, but I was like too excited to show you. So I may have gone a little too squiggly. But yeah, there it is. So I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. Again, please don't forget to like, share, comment. It's always my pleasure to reply to you. And as usual, I will say thank you for watching. Bye. Bye-bye.